guys, welcome back to my channel, and finally welcome to this trying new makeup video. I know I've had this makeup for the longest time. It is way past old news, but you know, like I always like to say, life happens and life has been happening, so I'm trying, okay? Currently my therapy has been the gym and now making videos. And if I'm not making videos on here, I'm doing them on TikTok. So if you don't follow me on there, all links are always in the description. TikTok, Instagram is where I'm most active. Then we have Snapchat. Snapchat I would say is a little more personal. Not personal, but I can literally be like super random on there. Post what I'm eating or what I'm drinking or, you know, anything of that sort. I'm very excited to try these products out today though. I've been looking forward to using them. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been doing my makeup like for a while, and today that I was doing my makeup I was like, oh girl, seems like you don't even know how to do makeup anymore. I'm feeling super different, but it turned out a really good look. So let's leave all that chit chat and get into the makeup chit chat. Alrighty, I am starting off with full prep and foundation done because we don't have. So I am starting off with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Melting Bronzing and Sculpting Stick in the shade Chocolate Mousse. This shade I thought is a perfect shade for me. You do twist up the product for it to come out. Now I am going to say I initially feel like I applied too much product, but that is okay because I was trying to get to see how it works. It is a very emollient product, as in it is very creamy. It has a lot of pigmentation, so a little goes a long way. Now I know for future reference. I don't mind it that though, and it's not going to like give me a bad first impression just because I'm the one who applied a lot, so I can see if it was really pigmented, and it was. Now it blends out so beautifully. You guys can see even though I applied so much, it still was able to blend out nicely, and I probably could have gotten another brush and picked up the excess product, but I still wanted to just see how it was going to lay on the skin, and it mixed very well with everything that I was wearing underneath. So I had seen great reviews on this, and definitely this is going to be incorporated into my everyday makeup now because I love it. I know it's the first time using it, but for me, first impressions, first tries, first experiences with the products matter so much, because if I like a product in the first use, like 99% of the time, I will end up loving the product. And I'm sure this is going to be in my favorites, and I can't get enough of it. So I felt like since I applied so much, I wanted to do concealer to kind of clean up a little bit of the excess bronzer that I did apply. It is perfect though on the nose, on the like all around the face to give that really nice contoured look. Oh, I decided to apply my concealer, which is a Natasha Denona concealer, High Glam concealer in the shade N4. This is my absolute favorite concealer. I have used this before. I have talked about it, raved about it. It is so good. It is full coverage, but it's not drying under the eyes. It's not too heavy, and it just gives such a nice like bright and under eye look without looking stark white, and that's what I like. It's also very long lasting, and I love applying it not only on my under eyes but my forehead and my chin. I feel like it kind of gives it like a very like finished look. I don't know how to explain it, like a little more coverage and more perfection to the forehead and the chin, and I really like that. And I feel like with bronzers like this that are very pigmented and that don't dry down super quick, you have the opportunity, if you over apply, to clean it up and get a, you know, seamless look, and that's exactly what I did. So I do like that in the formula, that it doesn't dry right away. It gives you more than enough time to work the product everywhere you want to work it, and if you make a mistake like I did and over apply, you can still clean it up and not have it like be patchy or look all weird and wonky. And that is another plus for this. This is like 10 out of 10 for me. I freaking love it, and it just paired well with everything that I was wearing and everything I layered on top of it. So that contour sculpting stick, already obsessed, obsessed. Next, we are going to be applying some blush, and the blush I will be using, and I chose this one for a specific reason because we will be pairing it with a different product down the line, but I wanted to use a liquid blush. I always use a liquid blush. This is the one I chose, the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Peachy Perfect? Peach Perfect. Peach Perfect. And I did decide to use the e.l.f. liquid blush. I already know how these work and I love them, but I bought like 4 different shades, 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like 5 different shades. So I wanted to try a new shade today with the brush. This is a specific e.l.f. liquid blush brush, and I loved it. These go on so beautifully. They are incredibly pigmented. Now, what I found with this specific shade is that you can apply extra. Like, you can definitely build this one up to your desired liking without it being too much, and I love that. Now, if you do any of the deeper shades, for example, I have right here Dusty Rose. This is one of my favorites. This is the first one I actually tried. 1 dot is all I need to get a super pigmented look, and that's it. This one, you guys saw, I kept adding dots and it kept like blending out beautifully, but I feel like it's because the shade is so light compared to my skin tone. You know, it's a really pretty shade. I loved it. Just if you are light complected and you get the shade, you can definitely add extra without it looking too crazy. I wouldn't recommend you doing that with the other shades because then you're gonna look extremely crazy. And the brush, the angle on it and the way it just blends out the blush so beautifully, obsessed. I personally am in love with e.l.f. brushes. I just love them. They work so good. They're inexpensive and they definitely do the job just like other high-end brushes do. Love. Righty, for the eye makeup, we will be using the new Makeupbymario Master Mattes palette, the Neutrals. And this palette, I had been wanting to use it. I love it. I love it. It is very neutral to me. I feel like it gives a little more of a cool vibe palette, but definitely has its neutrals in there. Maybe it's this color that throws me off to feel like it's more cool tone, but it's definitely a neutral palette. Do I think you need this palette if you have these colors? Probably not. It is high up there in price. Do I like the formula? Yes. Do I feel like it blends a little bit better than his previous palette, which also is my absolute favorite? Yes, though. I did notice that when I was blending out the eyeshadows, they blend out so beautifully. It does have fallout, but I don't know how to explain it. It isn't crazy fallout under the eyes. It more stays in the pan, and then you can still go back in and grab that shadow that, you know, gets kicked up when you put your brush into it. So it's kind of like you don't waste the product, because once you grab that and you apply it, it just sticks to the eyes. You don't get that much fallout. You guys saw I did blow away a few like little pieces here and there, but it wasn't anything crazy to what, like, you know, it would seem like. And I love that. I love that all his palettes include a cream shade, a cream matte shade. Well, the palettes are matte, but a cream shade. That to me is very important in my palettes. Even if they're colorful, I feel like you just always need that, or at least for me, I do. The palettes that have it get extra points for me because it's a must. And even though I have this color in his previous palette, which I will show you right here, I am still happy that this palette has it as well. I know some people will be like, oh my gosh, she just copied his palette and added a few more. But if you don't have this one and you're getting this one for the first time, like you're getting one of his palettes, then you do need that shadow. Same if you don't get this one and you have this one, you still have that eyeshadow. You know, makeup collectors over here have both of them. And for me, it's okay. Honestly, I don't mind it. Whenever I want to use this palette, I still use that shadow. Whenever I use this one, I still use that shadow. And it also has a black. I feel like in the newer palette, the new palette, it is a little bit darker. Over here it looks a little more gray black, but I think it might be like charcoal. They are both nice. The black I used today to blend out a little bit of the corner of the liner, just because I didn't want to do a full wing, and I felt like I've never done this before, this specific liner just like that. So I liked it. I feel like it doesn't look like I ended like just like stark right there like a line. I did a little bit of blending and I felt like it completed the look. Sometimes I just like these type of looks. I am a full makeup or no makeup kind of girl. I can't be the natural, like a little spot concealing here and there, and then a little bit of blush and a lip oil. That's not me. I can't. I have too much texture to just apply those products over all my pores and textured skin. Too much redness in my cheeks, too many blemishes that I just can't pull that look off. So it's always this or no makeup for me, and I'm okay with that. This is my natural, like, go-to everyday look. And I know it's not natural for some. I know my eyes look more dramatic than they should, but it's just eyeshadow for me. Like, just do it quickly and we're good to go. I've just gotten used to this over the years, and that's just my look, my vibe. But the palette, definitely, I am in love with it. I love it. I know some people are like, oh, it's too expensive, and it is. So if you have these colors, I would say you don't need it. If you have the palette, let me know your thoughts on it. I personally really like it, and I know it's going to become another staple and one of like my everyday palettes because they're just so easy to use on the daily. Now, I decided to do that eyeliner, and I am not wearing lashes today because I wanted to see how this mascara would work out. So I decided to try the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. This is a curling and lifting clean and vegan formula. This is the first time trying an e.l.f. mascara, and I think I got the wrong one. I was trying to get one that was like super viral back when I did this order, and I thought it was this one. I hope it was, but I mean, I don't have very long lashes. You guys can see them like this from the side. You can see them a little bit better. It did give me length. If I'm wearing fake lashes, I don't care about the mascara I use. As long as it doesn't have any, it doesn't crumble. Like, that's my biggest thing. If it crumbles, I do not like it. So far so good with this one. I've been touching it since I finished my makeup a few hours ago, and I haven't seen any of that. Is it like life-changing, like gives me the longest lashes of life? No. But will it pair well with my lashes? I'm pretty sure, because so far it's been good and no crumbling. So I would have to test it, have like an hour crying sesh to see if it'll budge. But I mean, a lot of mascaras do when you're up in tears. But I mean, it's good. If it's an affordable mascara, I'm okay with it, especially pairing it with my lashes. I don't really care the mascara that I use because you're going to apply lashes over it. Now, the next product that I wanted to try, and I have been dying to try, is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blush. This is their new blushes. I know this is not very new, but you guys know it's relatively new when I showed it to you guys in a haul, in the shade Hope. This is an airy, silky powder blush that brings instant life to your cheeks with a fresh, radiant blush that lasts. The shade Hope was the one that caught my attention the most. And look at how gorgeous this is. Like, the way the light just beams off of it, and when you look at it in person, it has like those little duochrome glitter flecks, in my opinion. As you can see, applying it, it is very pigmented. I went in a little heavy-handed with the brush. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, soft little blush. No, girl, it does have pigment. But look at it on my skin. The way I turn, and you can see that duochrome. I am obsessed, and I want more colors. Abso-freaking-lutely. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. This is going to be like a perfect topper for me for any blush. I feel like lighter, if I do a different color, like a deeper shade or a more vibrant shade. Like, for example, if I did this one, I would definitely grab like more of a fan brush and just kind of like lightly dust a topper type of deal over it, just because it's so pretty and look at the glow it gives. Like, it looks stunning. I'm obsessed. And I know it's a little more packed on the color, but I've told you guys lately I've been really liking a little extra pinch of blush on my cheeks, and I feel like, I don't know, it livens my skin up, my face, the look. Love it. Now to finish off with these lips, my gosh, I was going to only go in with a Gisou honey infused lip oil, which I feel like so, oh my gosh, so aesthetically with this lip oil. It is glass and it is like so, it just feels so fancy. I remembered I still had a new e.l.f. lip liner, and this is in the shade Pinky Swear. And if, in case you guys are not aware, they did add a little sticker at the top of this cap with the name of the color, which makes no sense. If you're already printing this, you can't like print the name on here. I mean, I guess they couldn't. They also printed all this over here. But yeah, you get a tiny sticker. Pull out your magnifying glass so you can see the name. But yeah, in case you guys weren't aware. So I decided to add this color. I don't really do pink lip liner. I don't know why I picked it up. I thought this was more nudie. Definitely more pink on the lips. But I feel like with this look, it just brought everything together. And I kind of feel like I needed some silver jewelry today for today's look. I don't have any. But like literally all my jewelry is gold. But it would have looked nice. A little more cool tone vibes. But it's okay. And I'm obsessed with this. It's expensive, but it's so nice on the lips. Like you guys can see, I've been talking the whole video. It is a lip oil. It is super glossy, super shiny on the lips. It also has a lot of glitter flecks. This one is watermelon glow. No, watermelon sugar. And I like that you don't feel the glitters. It's not gritty at all. It just feels like a lip oil that has a lot of little sparkle. I don't know how they did that because it looks beautiful on the lips, and I feel like it adds to the shininess, but it's gorgeous. I love it. This lip combo, I feel like I fell in love, and it's one that I'm going to be doing a lot in the summer. Now, overall, I feel like this was such a successful trying new makeup. And I know, you know, the videos that get more views are the videos where your products don't work out. Like, you're like, oh, this just didn't work out for me. But I'm happy that all of these products worked out because they are now all going into my routine and they're getting incorporated because they're amazing. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the makeup look. If you have tried any of these products and they didn't work out for you, let me know all the cheesemate in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for all your support, and like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.